Hi, how are you?
I'm great,
Welcome
thanks.
again in Hungary.
It's good to be back.
How are you doing, bro?
Me, I'm good. Yeah.
I heard you're not.
No, I'm not actually very good. I won't lie. I'm pretty sick actually, but I'm still going. It's all good. I had an injection in my bum today, so now I'm feeling better. So there we go.
That's weird, bro.
Yeah, it was weird.
You not get it in your vein.
Couldn't do it, mate. Just tried both arms.
Really?
Yeah. Too many tattoos in the way. Yeah.
What can we know about your new tour?
Well, it's definitely fun. That's for sure.
It's been fun. It's been a very last minute, very intimate, very the tickets only went on sale for today 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
2-3 weeks ago. So it's been very last minute, but it's been very fun because we get to see all the hardcore fans and stuff. It's been really cool. Hungary's a place where we've only recently discovered that people like us here. I mean, the last tour we did a show here which was amazing, and then we did one the year before that, and that was when we first realized that people knew us here. So this is our third time coming to Hungary in the sense of knowing that people like us here. So it's good to be back, and I mean we're here already, but I'm excited to come back even when we leave. I love Hungary, I really do.
What was your most memorable moment with your fans?
That's hard.
That's a really tough one. There's so many different scenarios and situations. But I'd say the most memorable times are just when you're doing things that fans necessarily shouldn't be there and they are. That's the things that get me, when we do TV stations and there's 500 fans outside. Stuff like that is what really gets you because they're literally coming just to see you, maybe for a few seconds. You know, whereas when people come to your show and to your meet and greets, they know they're going to see you. Whereas what really shocks me is when people will go so far out of their way to come and see us somewhere where they may not get the chance. But that happens so much, and every time that happens, that's when it really hits home for me. We did a TV station in Poland, in
August?
No, it wasn't August. It was way before then.
Oh yeah.
But it was at some point this year, and there was I don't know. It was crazy. Police had to come and help and stuff. It was insane. So it's moments like that that really stick in my brain for sure.
What can we know about your new song, Lighthouse?
Well, it's a song. No, it's the meaning of the song is having that person, across the water, and you just want to see their face, and you do anything to cross that distance. Like Charlie says, he'll swim across the water, and
I'm not a good swimmer either. So.
It's basically, in simple ways, it's you're in a long distance relationship, but in more complex.
Wording.
Yeah. Well, yeah. In more complex thought processes, it's just someone who lives far away, and you do anything to see them. They could be far away in terms of distance. They could be far away in terms of you're not on the same page. You get me? The list goes on.
How was the music video shooting?
It was fun.
It was good fun.
Yeah.
It was cold.
Yeah.
That was for sure. It was really cold. Whoever thought to go and shoot a music video, and when was it? Was it no, when was it actually?
It was midsummer, G.
Yeah, it was midsummer.
Yeah.
And so it was really exciting, and the weather was really cool actually. And then we thought, oh yeah, shooting on a lake, let's do some jumping shots, that'd be fun.
It was freezing.
And it was really cold.
And in the water, there was these leaves,
Seaweed.
Seaweed wreaths. So when you jumped in, they grabbed your leg.
It was really scary.
Yeah.
The whole music video was so fun, but the part that seemed the most fun was actually the most scary, and that was being in the water and stuff, because it was freezing cold, and like you said, your leg would get tangled in the seaweed and stuff, and you feel something was grabbing you. And,
it was gross.
Yeah, but the music video was a lot of fun, a hell of a lot of fun. Yeah.
You performed again in the Britain's Got Talent. How did you feel?
It was pretty mad. We went back and it was the same team. Same film crew, same people, some of the contestants we knew from our year and stuff. It was really a cool experience for sure.
Yeah, it was great.
Charlie, you posted a few days ago about paranoia, and many people want to know your thoughts about it.
Yeah, I think paranoia and anxiety is something that more and more people are starting to deal with every day. I just see it getting worse and worse. And I think it's because of just the world we live in right now. Like we've been listed as like the most depressed generation to ever live, and that's purely because of social media. And that's not me saying social media is a bad thing. I just think everyone's got the wrong interpretation of what social media should be used for. Like everyone's using it as a way to gain people's respect, find ways that they should look, how they should feel, how they should act. And I feel like it's gained, it's put too much pressure on society to be a certain way that it's making the rate of paranoia, anxiety, depression just go higher and higher, because go back 20 years ago, you didn't have a device where you can go and scroll through 100 perfect men, and then you have to sit there and feel self-conscious about yourself. Same with women, you know. So I think social media is definitely a big part, and I don't like to blame it, but I think it's definitely something we should all be more aware of, and I think we should all like definitely try and help each other with. I mean, I deal with paranoia and anxiety half and half. I feel like half of it's the pressure of my job and half of it's stuff that happened growing up and stuff. And I feel like social media doesn't help that at all, because you depend on it. You know, everyone's depending their life on social media right now, and we're losing ourselves as human beings because we're gaining this online profile that everyone desires. And that's adding so much anxiety and pressure to everything that it's just like, it's becoming a big problem, and people are ignoring it. People are just like, oh, I'm just paranoid because that's me, and oh, I'm just anxious because that's my character. It's not. That's not part of you. Those thoughts are part of things in life making you feel that way, you know?
I feel like loads of people got it wrong as well. Like, how many followers you have on Instagram doesn't mean how much I'm gonna respect you. Do you know?
No,
like that doesn't mean anything to me anyway, and to a lot of people I think it does. I think just because someone has less followers than you or someone has more followers than you, everyone's a human being. No one's untouchable. Like, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone's probably in the same boat. Just they've got more followers. It's just a number at the end of the day, and I think that if you judge someone based off their following, you really need to like reevaluate and just sit there and think, yo, like, everyone gets their opportunity in life. They just got really lucky, or they worked really hard, or whatever it was, and they got to that position. But it doesn't make them any better than you. It's just the following.
And what can help you in these times?
I think just be in touch with yourself. Like take time for yourself. You know, people get like, you see kids nowadays when they're anxious or depressed or stuff. What do? They sit in their room all day on social media. That's not the right thing to do. Go and find yourself. Take time for yourself. Make yourself happy. Stop trying to live up to everyone else's expectations. That's one thing I've really realized the past few months for myself, is stop trying to live up to everyone else's expectations and just live up to my own, and just be happy for myself and like the way I am, and not how everyone else wants me to be. And I think that's like the most important thing. This is why like I posted on my story, was taking time for yourself, because I feel like we live in a generation where it's very hard to take time for yourself, because there's so much going on that you have to pay attention to, keep up, trends, blah blah blah, new social medias, everything, that you don't get time to think about yourself and what makes you happy. And I think that's one of the most important things.
And you have that as well, but also it's like just getting lost, like with all this stuff going on, like you on social media having to like do all this stuff, like, and then like something bad can happen, like your girlfriend breaks up with you, your dog dies, and it just amplifies it. So I think that if something goes like wrong, like for example, if your girlfriend breaks up with you, I think it's important to just don't isolate yourself. Like, always still try to be like the person you are every day, and don't cut yourself off, because then you can just lose confidence, because you aren't around people to make you feel good. You're just on your own, sat there, probably eating food and putting on a bit of weight. But that's fine, you know, everyone can be sad, but it doesn't do a lot for your confidence. So I think you just need to keep in mind that just because you're sad, it doesn't mean you should like hide yourself away and just eat and don't sleep.
Like, there's one thing I've learned recently is to like embrace my bad days, because like this universe, the way it works is perfectly balanced. You know, there's positives and negatives, and if you don't have negatives, then positives don't even exist. So now, like when I'm having a bad day, I've just learned to embrace that and use that as a way to to change that day rather than just sitting and going, oh, okay, well today's ruined, today's such a bad day, you know. Even if it is, that's okay. Just accept it and move on, and the fact that that's how life's meant to be. People get way too caught up on negative feelings. Like if I come to you now and I did 10 things very good for you, one thing very bad, you would only remember the one bad thing. And that's the way the human brain works. And I don't think that's just how the human brain works. I think that's how we let our brains work. People forget that we're in control of our own brains, you know. So what I'm trying to do right now is balance my positives and negatives. You know, make sure that I don't distract my brain too much on these when there's so much positive going on. There can be so much positivity in someone's life and they completely ignore it because of one negativity. And that can completely destroy a person.
I feel like I'm everything I tell people not to be sometimes. Do you know?
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah,
definitely.
so like, practice what you preach, I really do try, but it's easier said than done. Which is a bit contradictory to everything I've said, but I'm just telling the truth. Like, it's hard sometimes, but like, yeah, I'm not afraid to let people know, you know.
I hope everything will be good.
Yeah.
Everything is good. That's the thing, is like, people think because we say we're sad then there's a big problem and everything's bad. It's like, no, it's okay to be sad. It's like all these emotions that humans experience, it's okay to experience every single one of them at any time. You just have to make sure you don't let certain emotions overpower other emotions. That's the
Yeah, and I think as well, like how big your highest points are and how low you can go is like based on how, if you were like super sad, then the next happy thing that's gonna happen is gonna make you like 10 times happier because you were very sad to begin with. So I think just because someone's very sad, it's probably because they've had a great life, you know.
What's your plans for the future?
Album next. That's about it. Like, it all depends on this next album, you know. This next album is going to be a big push for us and a big movement, which you guys will understand and find out why when it comes out. Until that comes out, it's kind of hard to say, you know. Definitely album and then tour. That's all we know right now.
And if the album does good, it'll be a good tour. If the album does bad, then it'll be
an average tour. No, but we don't really know right now. We're just trying to focus on this album. We've been making the fans wait so long for this album that we're trying to just focus on.
But we have a new single coming out sooner than you probably think.
Yeah, can't say anything, but probably something coming out pretty soon.
When the album will come out?
Even so, there's still no specific date right now, but it's coming soon. We've said soon for so long, but it's getting sooner and sooner every time we say
It's like the beginning of next year.
Yeah, it's not going to be long at all. We don't want to say dates and months and times because if we get it wrong again, people hate us. But it's not our fault, and it's all for the better of the album, I promise you.
Can you say something secret about it?
Okay, so this album is definitely probably not what you expect of what you've heard so far. Like what they hit lit, Love to See Me Fail, Waiting for the Sun, and Lighthouse. Okay, yeah. The rest of the songs are a lot different.
My secret for the album is, I mean, it's not really a secret anymore, but it's never been announced and like no one's really talking about it, but this is our first album as a band with a label. So we was independent up until now. So that's why things are taking a little longer and things are a little bit, you know, take more time and more preparation. And more, but like we said, it's all for the better good, you know. So
like before, when we made a song, we were like, oh yeah, we like this, chuck it on the album.
Now we've got a whole entire team of people advising us where to go, this. So it's a bigger game now, you know. It's like the fans are like, oh, why don't you just drop it? And it's like, just trust us, it's coming and it's gonna be awesome.
But at the same time, like, we've done songs we want to do. Like, we haven't been like looking at like what we used to do is we used to like go on the pop charts. Oh, this sounds cool. Maybe we do something like this and like this and like this.
No,
but now
this is our album.
Yeah,
this is our album.
This is like our thing, like our style, what we've always wanted to do, and we've made it in a way so that it's not too far from what we previously were.
How would you describe it in 3 words?
Absolutely bloody awesome.
Explosive Joe.
Joe's album.
Explosive Joe Strikes.
Simple.
What was your most memorable moment when you were recording your album?
I'll tell you one. Alright, I'm gonna tell you one now. We was in the studio in the evening and you know, we're chilling, blah blah blah. And you know, usually when we're working, we're very good, we chill, we're fine, but we have one producer, he's a very, very good friend of ours. And we like to spend a lot of our free time in studio with him. So we decided to go in the studio, have a few beers, you know, relax, chill. Me and the producer go to the shop. We leave Leo on his own for like 30 minutes, right? We come back, and Leo's like, yo, I got something. I just did a freestyle. He presses the space bar and he plays this freestyle. And we was like, it was the best thing. It was crazy. It was crazy. That was my like most memorable moment, was just like leaving him with the, like, because we said to him, it was like, oh, we'll just leave it on loop, like just have some fun. We went to the store, grabbed some snacks, come back and he was like, yo, look at this. It was killer.
Yeah, that was funny.
What could you say to your fans?
Wait, how'd you say it in it? Select like? Is that here? Oh my god, that wrong. How'd you say it? Is, right?
Yes.
Boom! Select like. I love you guys.
Oh, Sztár like.
Yeah, it means I love you in Hungarian.
Sztár.
Boom! I got a good memory, man.
Yeah. Thank you for all the support.
We love you guys.
It's been fantastic. It's gonna be fantastic seeing you all today.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if you're watching this now and you came here today, then you've had a great time.
There we go.
So yeah, thanks for watching this interview. We've been Bars and Melody. You've been the coolest guy on planet Earth. Peace out.